Hey you guys, it's Elle and welcome back to my channel, and we are going to do a quick tip Tuesday, and it's going to be all about how to really kind of shape your face into having a little bit more chiseled cheekbones and to really find your jawbone. So if you want to know more about that, hit that subscribe button and let's do it. All right, so there's a couple tips for this technique, and I'm really going to be gauging it more towards a more mature face shape like myself and older. I do think that more mature face shapes can benefit from a small face shaping technique, and it's very simple and it's done very, very naturally. We are talking about contouring, but we are talking about it in a much more approachable way. So a couple things that you will need is you will need a contour product. We're not talking about bronzer, we're talking about actually a contour product. I am going to be using the Kevin Aquan Sculpting Shade in medium. He sells them separately, but you want to get a sculpting shade that has like a gray base to it. So it's going to be a brown, but it has a gray base to it. That reason being is because we are trying to recreate shadows that do not exist, and in a shadow has a more gray base to it, or black. So you want to make sure that it has a base that is gray to your brown contour color. You will also need a whatever highlighter you want to do. I am going to be using a matte highlighter because I want to obviously cater this to my squad. All right, so you just need those two things, okay? Are you ready? Let's do it. All right, so your brush choice is going to be really, really, really important here. My favorite brush to do this with is, don't mind that it's dirty, I just used it on a client. This is the Sigma brush, it's the F40. You want to find a brush that is at an angle, okay? That is the brush that you want. The reason being is because you want it to fit in the hollow of the face, okay? So you want it to fit the angles of your face. If you use a big brush like this, do you see how it kind of overdoes the angle, especially when you push on it? It overdoes it. It makes it to be too big of lines. It just makes everything look a little bit fake. So you want to really get your brush that has an angle to it, okay? So since that brush is dirty, I am going to be using my Luxie 504 large angled brush, and just like that, okay? So first of all, to find out where is in your specific face shape, you want to find your cheekbones, okay? So your cheekbones are the things that protrude out up here. We all have them. It just depends upon how much they stand out for your face shape. So these are cheekbones, okay? Right underneath them is going to be the hollows of your cheeks. This is where your sculpting shade will go. Another way that you hear a lot of people talk about is to go like this. And it's that line right there. Now, if you have that line naturally, so if you have a more sunken in face, this tip is not going to be for you, but you can absolutely use it where we're going to talk about the jawline, around the hairline, and then of course the highlighting tips that I'm going to be telling you about are going to be impeccable for, or very important for your face shape that already has the contours there, okay? So if you have a face shape like mine or anything else, you want a little bit of definition in this cheekbone area. Suck it in, and this is where the line is. You'll notice the line goes up into the top of the ear, okay? So this is the line that you want to follow, all right? Line, top of the ear, that's where you want to follow. Now, a lot of people say that you can bring it down to here. I don't think so. I mean, in character makeup or special effects makeup, you definitely do kind of shade this whole area here, but that's very dramatic. I mean, that's like talking about Instagram makeup. We're talking about everyday, just a general face shaping. So I would not go past the dark part of your eye. So the the dark little circle in your eye. I can never remember if it's like what that's called. Is it the iris or the pupil? I think it's called the pupil. Don't ask me about anatomy, but a pupil in your eye, you do not want to go past that. So that's basically here, okay? Okey-dokey. So then you're going to take your brush. You want to go ahead and tap it into your cool toned face sculpting shade. You always want to tap off excess. This is really important. tap off excess of your brush, okay? So you don't have a lot on there. You can also do a quick little on your hand. It's just because a lot of pigmentation will be on the brush and then you pop it in right here and it looks like a big old piece of mud. All right, so I like to turn my brush like this so the angle is going this way up on this side, and turn it the other way so the angle is going this way. So the longest part is going towards the mouth on each side. I like to start, don't start down here because you're going to deposit most of the color here. I like to start up by the hairline and just start doing these gentle strokes up in that area, okay? It's really important to not push very hard on your brush. So you're seeing I'm not smushing the bristles down. I am actually using the tip of the brush, okay? I'll show you again. Tap off excess right into that hollow, okay? And I'm doing it a little bit more aggressively so you guys can actually see it. And this is where it is, okay? Now I'm just going back and forth, again, not smushing down the bristles, and it's going from inside the hairline down to right about here, okay? There we go, just like that. You see how it is? Now, when you go to blend this, take this brush on a towel, paper towel, on your arm like I do, and kind of get the rest of that product off of the brush. Then when you go to blend, blend upwards in these kind of short little bursting motions. Again, very, very lightweight, nothing aggressive. And there it is, just like that. Now, I want to show you. Sometimes you'll bring it down too far and just take your powder brush and just buff this out, okay? Also, I like to take my powder brush and go right over that contour and really soften it. All right, this is obviously after you have powdered your foundation. You're gonna use the same brush and just kind of smooth that out. All right, so now I'm gonna do one side so you guys can see the difference. Take a matte highlighter, anything you wanna use, take that. So this is the Highbrow by Benefit. I like the Shy Beam from Benefit. The new Hourglass Retoucher is beautiful for this. Okay, but you're going to do now, so here's your contour right here. Your highlight goes right above it. So you're just gonna start from the hairline and bring it right down. It doesn't really matter how far you bring this down. I just don't bring it down further than just right where the color of your eye starts. So this is the placement of it. And then I like to take my fingers, but usually the sponge I used for my foundation, and I just kind of tap this out. You can do this before your powder if you want, or after. This product goes great over powder. Okay. So now you can see how this really pops that cheekbone out. Do you see that? Is that perfect? Okay. And then what you want to do is you want to take your sculpting shade, tap off excess, okay? Now, whenever you do the sculpting around the neckline, okay, or around the jawline, I want you to bring your chin up. This way you're going to be able to see where your natural jaw should be. Tap off excess of your brush, start behind the ear, and gently, light pressure, start to sweep along the bottom of your jawbone and slightly on top of it. I'm going to show you again. Right on top and underneath that jawbone, stopping at the chin. Underneath, okay? Now, that's a little obviously aggressive because I'm just showing you, but now when you blend, blend down the neck. And that's how you get rid of a double chin as well with makeup, is you blend over it with a darker color, because dark recedes the area, so brings it back, and light brings it forward, okay? So right there is an automatic kind of jaw sculpting moment. All right, so that is both sides done. And again, this is gonna be your best friend, your little powder brush. If you feel like you have overdone it or need any kind of blending, the powder brush kind of blending in circular motions going up towards your eyes. Now to finish it off, you don't have to do this, but I love to use a great kind of luminescent blush. This one is from Milani. And you apply this over your highlighter and over your contour. And I will say something, you do not want to use a bronzer for contour because it will be too warm. The coloring will not look right and it will not give you the shadow effect that we are trying to get. It will just look too much like, it'll get muddied and it'll look a little bit messy. I hope that makes sense. All right, so that is how you get more sculpted cheekbones and jawline with makeup. I did want to address a tool you can use at home to help with long-term results in this area. And there are many tools that you can use for this. For example, you can use the Nurse Jamie roller. You can use facial exercises with your hands. You can use, I mean, there are so many different products out there on the market for facial toning, but I'm just going to speak to the one that I use and I've seen results with. I love the CLARISONIC. This is the Smart Profile and with the skin firming head on it. It is fantastic. I use this every night. It only takes like 2 minutes, and I have definitely seen a lot of a difference in this area specifically because I'm trying to really lift this area. So this is the one that I can speak to that I have actually used and actually see results. I like this one because you don't need any extra gels and creams and weird activators. It actually just works on top of your skincare that you already use. And so I'm a big fan of this CLARISONIC tool. So yes, we can do it with makeup, but while we are, you know, waiting for these guys to work, we can use our makeup tips. All right, so thank you guys so much. I hope you guys learned something, and I will see you guys on the next one. Lots of love from me to you. Mwah. Bye, you guys. All right, so if you stayed to the end, you are a lucky one. I am going to be doing quite a bit of giveaways because I have reached 60,000 subscribers. I am so excited. The first one I'm going to be doing is a large acne giveaway. So it's going to be some foundations for acne sufferers as well as some skincare for acne sufferers. So if you are in that world and deal with acne, make sure you comment below and say, hey, I want to win the acne giveaway. And even if it's for somebody else too, like your teenage kids or a partner, totally cool. But I'm just going to do a giveaway for that specific skin concern. And then also too, I'm going to be doing a whole host of giveaways. In this video, they're going to be kind of secret giveaways. They're going to be cosmetics. I have a bunch of Urban Decay products as well as IT Cosmetics. I have a bunch of fun things to give away, and I just want to reward you guys for sticking with me and really moving this channel forward, because if it wasn't for you, I would be not here. So I really appreciate you guys, and you have to know how much I love and appreciate every single one of you. So all you have to do is just make sure you're subscribed to my channel, make sure you're following me on Instagram, and comment below just something like, hey, how are you? All right, anyway, you guys, thanks so much. I'll see you guys later. Bye.